Hey everybody, I'm Eva. Thanks for joining. Today's video is a tag video, and this tag was created by the one and only Jerusha Couture, and I was tagged by Beauty Luxe Lover. And if you haven't seen their videos already, then they will be linked down below in the description box. So the categories are the most used, least used, most complimented, most critiqued, plus the bag that I've never used. And I do have a twist on that never category, and I'll explain all that at the end of the video. For each category that Jerusha created, I actually have two answers. I have the bag that I feel like is the best representation or my answer for that category, and then I have a runner-up. So we'll start here with most used, and in my luxury collection, this was the runner-up. This is my Louis Vuitton Keepall Extra Small. And I put this little teddy skeleton on here as a bag charm back in the fall, during October, and I didn't have the heart to take it off. So I've just left him on here. And I just think he's so cute on here. I love how he goes with the coloring of the monogram clips. This bag is a great grab and go for me when I'm going somewhere quick and I don't need to take a lot with me. And I don't have to worry about it because of the black leather. I mean, it's just so easy to use. And I really like the feel of the canvas on this bag. It's soft and squishy, but it also feels like substantial. But I think I reach for this one more. So that's why I've chosen this for the category of most used luxury bag. This is the Louis Vuitton Pallas BB, and this is also a great grab and go for me. It's a little bit bigger than the Keepall Extra Small, so that's probably why it gets a little bit more use. The thing I enjoy most about this bag is the organization. So here on this bag, there is a front pocket that closes with a magnet here, and it has that same pocket here on the back of the bag as well. It's trimmed in black leather, has the black leather handles, and this bag came with a canvas strap, which makes it really nice if you want to use it with another monogram piece. Okay, moving on to least used luxury bags. And for me, it's my small puzzle. It's one of my least used, not because of the color, because actually I love having a bright pop of color to go with my outfits, and I wear quite a lot of neutrals, so I really like the color of this bag. The reason I don't use it so much is now actually a comparison issue. I have the Loewe medium size puzzle, and after I started using that, then when I come back to the small, it just feels restrictive. It's totally fine. Like, before I got that medium size, I didn't really think twice about this one. In fact, this one felt generous because I used to have the mini, which I sold. That was way too small for me. So this one is really ample if you compare it to the mini, but it does feel restrictive when I compare it to the medium. It's a really, really easy and fun bag to use. But unfortunately, I have just fallen in love with the medium size, so the small doesn't get as much use now. Okay, now moving on to my first place entry in the least used luxury bag category, which is my Chanel Kelly. This is the Kelly size small. In fact, I think Kelly is a nickname. I think the technical name for this was flap with top handle. So it's an older style. It's caviar leather. It has the silver hardware. I absolutely love this bag. I really do. And I have used it. It just doesn't get as much rotation. And I think the reason for that is because for me, it's kind of a special occasion bag. I don't tend to feel comfortable wearing this in a casual way. I tend to want to use this when I'm feeling quite snappy or have a special place to go to. But really, it is quite special to me because I specifically bought it for my big birthday, and I love having it in my collection. I just don't use it all that often. Okay, moving on to my most critiqued bags. I don't hear a lot of critiques when I'm out in public. At least people don't say it to my face, but I do get some feedback in the comments section. So that's what I'm referring to in terms of critiques, the critiques in the comments. And I'll start here with my Coach bag. So this was a recent purchase for me. This is the Coach Cube Rogue bag, size 20 centimeters here. Got a lot of critiques on this because I think Coach Rogue lovers are very passionate about the Rogue. And this is quite a departure from a traditional Rogue. It's called the Cube because it's quite wide compared to the height, has a significant boxy shape. Although the Rogue is also a boxy bag, but it has a different organization system with there just being this one main opening. By the way, this is my bag of the day, so I've got it packed up. It doesn't have the traditional Rogue organization with having side pockets surrounding the main entry. It does have the traditional Rogue handles, but that's not enough for most Rogue lovers to call it part of the Rogue family. The most critiques actually came from the leather. As you can see from the reflective quality here, this is a glazed leather. Not the same as patent leather, but a glazed, crinkled leather. But interestingly, I just saw a video from Lula Lux West, and she was previewing an upcoming LV collection, and they had a leather that was glazed as well. So this glazed leather may be a trend that we see from other houses besides Coach. I'll be interested to see what happens with that. I'll also be interested to see how this wears. I've used it quite a bit since I bought it, and I have no complaints so far. In fact, I like how saggy this is getting, especially with the charms that I've gone here. It weighs it down and it really gives it a slouchy, cool look, in my opinion. So I'm loving this bag, but I understand how many people would not love this as a version of a Coach Rogue. But I think this bag got the most critique online, and I also understand why. So this, as you can see from just first glancing at it, is a Birkin style bag. It was hand painted by the artist Anca Barbu. And she has put this very bold saying here along with the splatter graffiti effect. As you probably already know if you've watched my channel before, you know I love the color fuchsia. I love graffiti style bags, and I love the splatter paint all over this bag. I just thought it was so fun. And I thought the saying that she put on here was also really fun. I thought it had kind of like a double message. Having a bag that has the same styling features as a Birkin, I think just pays homage to the fact that that Birkin bag is so infamous. You know, it's so well known even outside our handbag lovers community. And I also thought it was a bit of a joke. You know, just to put this bold statement on here that says, hey, Captain Obvious, this is not one of those. I just got a kick out of that and I thought it was funny. But some of the people in the comments did not think this bag was as fun as I did, and that's okay. So for me, I'm so glad to have this in collection, but definitely some people did not think that it was a wise purchase at all. Okay, so now we're moving on to the most complimented bag. And for this category, I have 3 answers depending upon the context. So I'm going to show you the bag that gets the most compliments in real life, the bag that gets the most compliments on YouTube, and a bag that gets pretty much equal amount of compliments in real life and YouTube. So we'll start with real life. When I wear this bag out into the public, when I'm running my errands, where I'm going shopping, whatever I'm doing, if I'm wearing this bag, it gets compliments. So here we are back to the Anca Barbu Birkin styled bag. When I wear this bag out, it will get some kind of compliment. And especially when I'm in a luxury community. So for example, the first weekend I wore this out, I went and met Ed Braun and his sister Kelly up in Columbus, and we went to the luxury shopping center there, Eastgate Shopping Mall. I was wearing this bag that day and it got so many compliments in the luxury stores. Having a sales associate at Louis Vuitton, you know, come up to you, several of them actually, and telling you how much they love this bag and wanting to get a look at it, you know, all around. So this bag gets a lot of compliments in person. And now moving from my Birkin inspired bag to my Birkin, this one gets the most compliments on YouTube. So this is my Birkin 30 in the color Cobalt. It is Togo leather and it has the palladium hardware. So when I wear this out in public, I don't get comments on it. I do get people giving me the eye. Like they'll walk by and their eyes will trail the bag. But people don't talk to me about it in public. It's here on YouTube where it really gets the attention. And it's not really because it's a Birkin. Because, you know, we see Birkins on YouTube channels before. That's nothing unique. The comments really have to do with the color of this bag. When I hear the word cobalt, I think of something that's closer to more like a royal blue or a primary blue, but this has a little bit of green in it, a little bit of like an aquamarine color, and I think that's what makes it so unique. It's similar to blue jean, but a little bit more saturated and dark. So that's why I think this bag gets the compliments, because of this unique color. And now I'm going to combine those 2 categories. This is the bag that gets equal amount of attention in both real life appearances and YouTube appearances. This is my Loewe puzzle in the size medium, and it's a special edition with the zippers. And as you can see, the zippers outline the shape of the puzzle. So I know I love this bag, but I am always surprised about how much attention it receives in the comments. For sure, it's a bag with attitude. And I love the slouch that this one has. The medium, in my opinion, is so much better in terms of the size, the capacity, and also the slouch. I love how much more slouch this is on the medium. Now, of course, these are the older styles. I don't know today with maybe the Featherlight. I think that's slouchy no matter what size it is. But when I open this up, you can see it just has like a more generous opening. And even though it has a black interior, it's just easier to open up and find your things in here because of the size of the bag. And of course, I really enjoy reading the positive comments, but I also really enjoy interacting with someone who is asking me or giving me a compliment about this bag in real life. For me, that's really fun. So now that brings me to the last category. Jerusha had a never used bag in her original tag video. I don't have a never used bag to show you. So I was thinking, how could I do this tag and create some kind of category with the idea of never in it? Like perhaps a bag that I never thought about selling, or a bag that I never thought I would own or have in my collection. And then I finally landed on a bag that I have never shown on my YouTube channel. So I thought this might be a good opportunity to show you a bag that I've had for a while, but I've never showcased it on any of my videos. So here is a reveal of the Louis Vuitton Sienna bag, and this is in the PM size. So I was looking for a Damier Ebene canvas piece that I could use as a crossbody bag or wear it top handle. And so this fits the bill. So as you can see, it has the little D-rings here on this side. And of course it has these handles like the Speedy. So I can carry it by the handle or put it here in the crook of my arm. I feel confident you'll see this bag again on my channel in the near future because I want to do a comparison between this and my Turin bag, which are kind of similar in terms of size, capacity, and they both have pleating details. So I do plan to make that comparison coming up soon. So thanks so much for watching as I went through these categories today, and thanks to Jerusha for creating the tag, and thanks to Beauty Luxe Lover for tagging me. And again, if you haven't seen their videos, they'll be linked below. I'll tag a few more content creators so we can keep this tag moving forward. And if you haven't been tagged and you would like to make your own video on this, then feel free to do so. I would love to see it. Okay, I hope to see you next time. You take care. Bye.